Hey guys, it's Brennan the Paleo Dude, and welcome back to another Jurassic World toy review and unboxing. Today we'll be taking a look at the entire Wave 3 Fierce Force lineup from Jurassic World's Dino Escape Camp Cretaceous, as well as just the Jurassic World Dino Escape. Now, these figures were at the top of my list, and I actually ordered them on Entertainment Earth. They were in stock a few days ago, but my credit card payment didn't go through, so I had to repay. And it's still processing, it's out of stock right now, so I'm not sure if they're going to be sending me out the figures, and I was really sad because this line's quite elusive, and that means I would have to track them down some other way if the figures don't come back into stock on Entertainment Earth. But luckily, while my mom was out shopping, she found the whole lineup at Walmart here in Alberta, and I was not expecting them to come to Canada, like, at all. But no, they came, and that got me super hyped because the Tanystropheus is such a rare figure and very sought after because it's got a nice history in the Jurassic franchise. There's a few toys of them that Kenner made in the past for various lineups, and the first one was actually in 1994 in Jurassic Park Series 2, and that one's really beautiful. I have that figure. I'll probably do a comparison video later, but regardless, I was not expecting them to, come out here. I checked a few Walmarts. I hit like 2 or 3 on Friday, or not Friday, Thursday, and then I hit like 3 more today, and I couldn't find any. So I'm thinking that they may be coming to the rest of the Walmarts in the coming week or so. Maybe this one got a shipment early, but I would love to see them become a staple part of the shelves until the Dominion figures come out here, because Canada seems to always get figures quite late. So that's cool. I'm hoping to find more Tanystropheus. I want to do some photography with a few of them, but so far I'm just happy with one. And she also picked up 2 more of these figures because they're really cool, and I kind of wanted like more than one of those as well, because it's not every day we get the Styracosaurus figure. So we'll dig right in. The back of the packaging has the rest of the figures on them. The paint job, I'm pretty sure, is based on the Camp Cretaceous Monolophosaurus, and of course the packaging really reflects that. But they did not make the new sculpt transition into this form of figure, so they just kept the original, which I don't mind. It isn't that big of a difference between the two, so you can overlap them when it comes to photography. And I am really digging that color of green. It's not really something we see Mattel dinosaurs have that often. This shade of green actually fits well. It reminds me of like a tropical lizard. I gotta stop saying I'm just so excited for these. So yeah, this fits well with the colorful Monolophosaurus that we saw in Camp Cretaceous. Was that season 3? They had that? I think that was season 3. Wow, that is a nice figure. I love how the red on the crest translates down to the eye. That looks really amazing. And then that darker patch on the back with all the little dots really brings out the rest of the figure, and it has the very light beige on the bottom jaw and the stomach. The paint applications on this are fantastic. The red, green, and beige all come together well to make a very organic figure, and it may be bright, but the bright paint job actually works well in this instance with the darker red and the green on the back. It looks natural, like a real animal, and it's not too outlandish and crazy, kind of like that one. The Masiakasaurus is a little weird, so we'll look at that later. We'll grab the scan code too really quick for those of you who need it. If you're a frequenter to my videos, you'll know usually there's also a scan code video that coincides with these big purchases. Next we'll do the Styracosaurus. This one, very elusive in the toy line. The last two have been rare and very sought after by fans because it's such a cool mold. Such a small, like, ceratopsian. It's odd because in the FIGS app, the scan code game, they list it as like a juvenile or a younger Styracosaurus. So I wonder if we're ever going to get a larger figure of it. Probably not. But if Camp Cretaceous has Styracosaurus in it, like all the rumors are saying, they might release a new figure for it. You can see they put a lot. Wow, there's two colors on the frill. There is orange, and in the center of the orange there is yellow. All of the horns have been painted, even the cheek horn. Yes, that is a score. All the spikes are painted, nose horn. The paint job on this, phenomenal. This is fantastic. Again, a lot better than the Dominion basic figures that we'll be seeing in the coming, well, I guess people in the States are already getting them, but that the rest of us will be seeing in the coming weeks. The underbelly is this yellow. We'll grab the scan code so I don't forget. There we go. And it has that characteristic ram feature. The back has this like kind of browny, greeny color, and the skin's this like green-gray dull. It fits well with the rest of the Styracosaurus, which are all this kind of darker color. A friend of mine in the States has the last Styracosaurus. I can't remember which lineup it's from, actually. I think it was Savage Strike, or not. What's the Primal Attack? I think it was Primal Attack. Could be wrong. Man, there's so many figures and so many lineups now. So, next we'll do the Tanystropheus, my favorite figure. Holy cow. This guy's from the Triassic. Not actually a dinosaur, it's just a lizard with a very long neck. And it probably would have used that long neck to catch fish. And you can see they emphasized on that by including these big teeth that stick out of the head like a fish trap. If we can focus it, maybe not. There we go. And the head is tiny, but they still managed to fit all the teeth in. Kind of reminds me of Rhamphorhynchus, how they put all the teeth on that. The head has this ball joint right at where it connects with the neck, kinda. And then part way down the neck, there is yet another ball joint. Oh my god. So there's a lot of posability with this figure, and that's what really makes it unique. Holy cow. I can't believe they included that much articulation. But I'm loving the face. It's super cute. And I love the style. It's a bit cartoony, but you can see the inside of the mouth is painted, which is an oddity nowadays for Mattel figures. The back legs have a little bit of spread to them, and then the front legs have the ball joint sort of thing going on. You can make him step sideways a bit. This leg's outstretched forward, and then this one's kind of retracted back. You can see the ribs along the side are emphasized, the shoulder blades emphasized. There is like this kind of interesting knobby scales along where the shoulder and the neck connect. There's a little bit of the bumpy scales on the neck, and then the shoulders are pretty muscular and they're emphasized. This might be because they're the muscle connectors to hold up such a long neck, which is quite interesting. And then that muscular area with the dotted scales kind of dissipates into a more flappy, baggy skin underneath the neck, and then further up as well. And it gets more of a lizard-like scale pattern. They're really tiny scales. I don't know if it's picking up for you guys. You can see they're absolutely tiny, but that's an incredible detail for the team to put in. I'm loving those tiny little scales. They did that with the Herrerasaurus as well, so I adore their change of detailing when it comes to these prehistoric reptiles. And I'm also loving these tiny little spines running up halfway down the neck. Those are nice. There's a transition with this this lighter blue pattern to a solid blue. That looks really good. They also included this little patch of blue, which I was not expecting Mattel to do. That is not lazy. That is amazing work. It actually adds to the transition. Like, they didn't need to do it. It wasn't necessary, but they did include that little patch of blue. Most likely because they didn't want to use this color of white. Actually, I don't know why they wouldn't use this color for the ball joint. They just didn't. But I like that. That is nice. And then they also decided to make the head stand out more by having the bottom jaw and a bit of the neck be the same blue as the body. It's got a cute yellow eye. Again, making it stand out pretty well. And the eyes are big. Look at that. A little... Aww, the head kind of reminds me of a plesiosaur, actually. That's cute. But then the rest of the body does not have paint. And then the tail has this, like, amphibian flap running down it, just like the neck that you see in a lot of salamanders, such as the giant Japanese salamander, whatever it's called. And same with the lower part of the body. I mean, a lot of dinosaurs in the Jurassic series have it. I think even the T-Rex has it around the tail and the neck as well. But that is also, like, seen in large mammals, I think. So it's just common to have that baggy skin hang down. We'll grab the scan code too, and then I'll show you the action feature. While we're looking at the scan code, you can see the underbelly again has that reptilian skin. Kind of reminds me of, like, a Komodo dragon or something. So all you need to do to make the neck go down is you push on the tail, and the neck actually swings all the way down, and you don't even need to push on the tail that much for it to activate the mechanism, which is so cool. If we open the mouth, it's like a swinging teeth bash attack. You can even go it straight down to catch a fish. That'd be good for a toy video, like a little mini movie or something. I'll have to keep that in mind if I get more of these. So there it is, the Tanystropheus. It's also quite large. I just have Kenji here. Actually, Kenji's not the best. Let's do Alan Grant. He's a bit taller, maybe? There we go. So you can see it stands quite tall with the neck all the way up like that. Very odd proportions, which I love. It really contributes well to the Jurassic variety. Man, I love that action feature. That is so cool. Okay. It's got thick, chonky back legs, too. So let's move on to the Masiakasaurus. Not much new with this figure besides a very interesting paint job. It has a dark red, almost like velvet color. It has these weird cheetah, leopard pattern. I don't know what animal that looks the most like. And then the underbelly is this weird stain. It's like ladybug urine color. Not really that appealing. And it doesn't match these side colors. It kinda looks nice, because this is like almost golden. And the bottom jaw and the underbelly kind of add to that. It's not like they chose a different color. So it's not bad. It looked worse in the promo photos. But with Masiakasaurus, obviously it has the same mold as the first one, where these alligator reptilian-like nodes run down to the base of the tail. They added the paint on the tail, which is nice. That's great. And the neck as well, so it looks more finished. A little bit odd to me they didn't add any on the head here. That would have kind of made it look better, because then the head just looks a little bare and naked. It has these cool little bumps on the cheek, which kind of add to the bumps along the back of the neck and the head and the rest of the body. And then the skin's pretty interesting. It has these very small bumps and nodes. and then a little dot effect along the body. And the teeth, of course, are the main thing that sets this little theropod apart. It would have used them to catch fish, but here it probably rams the teeth into its enemies. And the arms are cool. They're kind of like gripping under. I don't know how to explain it. They're like normal theropod arms. They don't hang down like most Jurassic dinosaurs. So again, that also kind of sets it apart, along with the scales, or the nodes, the spikes on the back. So it makes it unique compared to other generic small theropods, because we are getting a lot of those in the Mattel lineup. And we'll do the scan code for the foot. So this is my least favorite figure of the line. Not really as appealing as the first Masiakasaurus, which we'll actually compare it to right now. Why not? So there they are. A little bit of like diversity in the color. But you can see this one does not have the painted underbelly, which is interesting, I guess. I do like that both their bottom jaws are a lighter color, and both the legs and the tails on both figures have paint on them, so Mattel was really taking care of that quite well. We'll get the other two out of box right now. Oh. There we go. There's the other Styracosaurus. Then we'll grab the Monolophosaurus. I always love to see the Monolophosaurus figure retooled. It was one of my favorites in the 2018 Jurassic lineup, because this was one of my first figures, and holy cow, it still stood the test of time. Now making its way into certain transitional